So welcome to the final video on this training. First of all, apologies for the name, the exponential Google escalator. But really what we're saying here is that, this is about you getting in a very strong position on YouTube. And just by embedding yourself in the right position on YouTube, that's what's going to help you get natural organic growth. It's going to help you get in front of Google and start ranking on page one of Google. And if you do that now, this is really the main message from this section is that if you do this now, then that keeps your competitors out, not just short term, but for the long term as well. And we've talked already about why YouTube's powerful enough on its own, but it's also the fastest way to get onto page one of Google. We talked about video content being fast and easy to create, but also super leverageable into many, many formats, not just video, but way beyond video into blogs, thumbnails, short form videos, long form videos, your newsletter, etc., etc. So video first, not video only. We've talked about, what is the content you need to create and how to create it. And again, you're going to have thousands of ideas about what the content is you need to create. Once you get into the structured way of thinking about how to do that, what content to create, then there really is no end. You'll never run out of content. And how to create it, even simpler. You're going to be working with, your internal teams, with your clients, with your partners, your suppliers, and that's, just through natural interviews and natural discussions about key content topics. Creating content is not really an issue either. And in the training, what we do is we actually structure your videos so you can get them ranking faster in YouTube. And this is very, very important when it comes to the exponential escalator we're going to talk about just now. But that's what's going to carry your videos onto page one of Google. But we're also talking a lot more in depth about the right kind of content to create for your audience, how to create that video content, how to leverage that content in a lot more depth, but also do this in a way that's less than 1 hour a week of your time. And if you do this properly, this is what's going to keep your competitors out. And there's a couple of techniques to do that as well. So I can't emphasize this enough. It's incredible that YouTube is still wide open for tech firms. So there is this kind of urgency. You don't know when that's going to become the norm, when tech firms are going to wake up to the fact that their audience is already there. Their competitors are not there. So therefore, there's an opportunity there. So step one is, it's as simple as this. You've got to create the right content. And the correct content is, we've talked about already, it's the content that helps position you as the expert. You're not selling, you're either educating, you're informing, maybe entertaining as well, but you're educating, entertaining, and informing. So that's what you can do, is to create the right content. You're then going to get it ranking on page one of YouTube. Again, relatively straightforward to do, given the fact that your competitors are not doing this. Step three, just by being on YouTube, just by being on page one, just by being in the top 3 ranking, this is going to get you more visibility to anyone who searches for the terms. And because they're finding your videos first, they're seeing it positioned in the top 3, then that's going to get you more organic traffic. And that is almost enough on its own. But what happens next is that you're further embedded in YouTube. Because you're getting natural organic traffic, because people are seeing your videos first, people are stumbling across your content by accident, then Google starts to see more and more that your content is being watched by people who knows are stumbling across your content organically. And this further embeds you in these key sort of page one rankings on YouTube. And if you're doing this, and it doesn't happen overnight, it can. We've actually done this the same day. But Google is not dumb. Google needs to know that the content is actually real, it's valid, people are actually watching it. And if you created the right content, this isn't a problem. But certainly, again, you can do it in the same day. It's kind of fudging the system, and Google soon wakes up to it. But you can get your content onto page one, of Google the same day. But realistically, over the following 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, as your content is getting viewed more and more on YouTube, Google's going to start to recognize that this embedded position this gets further embedded because so many people are watching videos on YouTube, is starting to say, well, hang on, this content is really valuable. People are actually watching it to answer certain questions. So when someone asks that question on Google search, they're going to start to pull your video onto page one of their search results. It's as simple as that. There is no time frame. There's close to no guarantees anyone can give you on this sort of thing, especially given the way that Google plays around with its algorithms. But on its own, YouTube's powerful enough, and what we're doing about embedding you on YouTube is super, super powerful. But this is the gateway to just that way bit more. So those 5 steps are what you do. And this is why we talk about the escalator, because you're doing the right content, you're getting it ranking on, on number one on YouTube, or certainly page one, top three search for YouTube. And with that positioning, you're getting embedded, organic traffic because people are seeing you when they come to YouTube. And with that, that's what takes you to the next level onto Google. And all the time, you're keeping your competitors out. This is as simple as that. You've done it properly. They're not there. You've ranked your videos properly on YouTube. People are seeing your videos again every stage of the way. You're keeping your competitors out, and if Google is seeing your content pushing onto page one of Google, that's not going to happen to your competitors in any shape or form because you've grabbed those spots now. Again, of course, if your competitors get there first, there's always that concern. But you're watching these videos, you know that the opportunity is there. So therefore, let's focus on the opportunity for you. So because again, without being too blunt, you can keep them out just by following these very simple steps. And then there's something else that happens on top of this is that we've been talking individual videos. We'll talk about playlists in the training as well, but in the individual videos are all very good. But what actually happens is that you're creating momentum for your channel. So not only is Google seeing that your videos are starting to rank, but it's saying, wow, these guys are doing this for a channel. They've picked a niche, they've picked content, they're creating content that people are watching. So your whole channel starts to get kind of the halo effect and the augmented benefit from the content that you created and individually have worked on for each of the videos. But Google starts to see, and YouTube certainly sees, that your whole channel is going to benefit from the result or from what you're doing. So it's a cumulative benefit, and that in itself takes the escalator, takes the exponential element to another level altogether, because it's not just about the videos individually, it's about what they do together. And if each of your videos is doing super well, that's going to help your channel, and that's what's going to help push your content in front of new audiences that you can never imagine getting in front of. So really that's it. This is what we do in our training is we teach people how to do this. We do focus on live training most of the time because we believe it's the easiest way and the most effective way to get you the results you need. There's always small groups, up to 10 people. But really, this is the fastest way for you to get the embedded knowledge and the embedded support you can actually, take. And after the training's finished, you're actually able to kind of keep going with it as part of your day-to-day or week-to-week, operational planning. So that's the training. We talked about the fastest way from YouTube to Google, the power of content and video content first, and leverageability, the kind of content you need to create and how to create it. And this whole last piece, the fact that once you've created content, you've done it properly, got it ranking properly, you've got momentum that will keep your competitors out for the long term. So this is how we break down the training. If you're interested, just the schedule a call with me directly below. We do it twice a week. It's 1 hour a week, 1 hour on a Monday, 1 hour on a Friday. And we talk through the content. We help you create content planning. We help you create the content. We get your content ranking on YouTube, and we keep it ranking on page one of YouTube. So therefore, it's the fastest way to Google. We talk about productivity, how to do this at scale in 1 hour or less a week. And we keep it very small so that you're always able to get real help. And more than that, the key thing here is that we're going to get your videos ranking. That's the simplest part. We're going to get your content in front of the right audience. Again, super powerful. We're going to position you for page one of Google. And really, at any stage during that month of the training, and it's 4 weeks, Monday and Friday, 1 hour a day. If you missed the live event, the recording will be there for you. But anytime within that month, you can get a full refund for any reason at all. But it's super powerful. The opportunity is now, and it's a chance to grasp it. If you get any questions, just reach out to me by email, but schedule time below to talk to me directly, and I'll help you understand the depth and what the value this could bring for you. And one other thing is, if you schedule a call with me, I'll walk you through the kind of content you need to be creating anyway. So whether you do the training or don't do the training, I'll show you how to understand the exact content that your audience is already looking for. And that will help you to get started on your own, even if you don't want to do the training itself. So any questions, reach out, and I look forward to helping you in any way.